Hello everyone, we're back and been doing a bunch of grinding off camera between episodes here, doing a whole lot of things, but I now need to go out and get some crystal for one of those projects to finish off the house. And what I need to do to get lots of crystal is grab our Anki. So let's take him. We're going to go. I'm not going to go back to where we got our crystal before because I kind of suspect it has not respawned yet. So instead we're going to go to this mountain here which has some crystal, and then we're going to head to a mountain to our right which should be the next closest place to get more crystal. So on the map here you can see where we're headed to. And then that, oh, starving, what a big surprise. And then when we're done there, we're going to head just directly to our, what is that, west. So let's go up this way. And those of you who've been paying a little bit of attention there might have noticed, actually I don't want to go up high because I need to rest with, of course, the Anki let down, and I really don't want to make a mistake by putting them up somewhere and then either not dropping them in the right spot or just doing a bad job of it. So this is a pretty good spot though. Almost done. That looks great. Oop, got him. All right, so let's head this way. So what have we been doing? First of all, you saw the little spoiler there. I have actually never headed out to that bottom left-hand corner of the map ever. So there's a pretty big sort of dead town out there, which pretty much looks like they played Quidditch. Because they have a nice flying dragon. Okay, really, it's a lion, but come on, it looks like a dragon. So I headed out there just to take a look at it. We should probably do that at some point, but the actual trip out there takes quite a while. So that was hilarious. Did you see how those two RGs spawned in? They spawned in just like everything else spawns in, which is you spawn and then you drop to the ground. It's just, I've never seen the RGs do that before. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that. Let's find out. Okay, let's see if we can bash this big crystal here. I don't see anybody around. The nice thing about having loads of carnivores is that they tend to kind of... Actually, will he bash this on his own? No, I'm actually planning on dropping him and just riding. Don't walk away. He has nothing. At this point, I think weight is going to be far more important for him. Already his weight is... Okay, be done with your little animation. Already his weight isn't super great. Let's see if we can bash this thing. We can. Okay, but... That's really strange. We got one bash out of it. This is a weird bug. I'm actually not familiar with this. I'm wondering if like its bounding box is broken or something. Okay, well, we got something out of it, so I guess we'll just accept that. We'll dump the stone, keep the mushroom. I think there's a joke in there about cannolis, but I'm not going to make it. Let's grab him. There's some more crystal. I don't have everything memorized here. Some more crystal over here. Make sure there are no fun friends hanging out close by. I could get that. That's pretty good aim there, huh? I could get the... Yeah, we want that. We don't really want the stone, though. And I do want to keep track of any other RGs because they will really... What's going on? I actually don't like that he's creeping up on us. He's okay. Alright, that's fine. It's not that we can't take him. Probably the Anki would even be a pretty good match for him. So he's not even hitting the he's not even hitting the stone there either. This is really weirdly bugged. Because I think he should be able to take out the stone too. Okay, he got that stone. Only flint and metal though. No actual crystal. I want him curled around like this. Yeah? This is so weird. Alright, well, I guess I should give up on this. Okay, let's just get out of here so I can pick him up fairly easily. Let's dump anything we don't want. Oh, did I transfer that to myself? I meant to dump it. We're going to get rid of the flint. I'll keep the metal. We're not short of metal, but I don't have a ton of it. I don't even remember. I think I may have taken him out just once while we were between episodes to get rid of, nice, to farm a little more metal, and that was it. I think we got everything back here. Yeah. So, it would appear that we're done here, huh? So not a whole lot of... No, is he going after us? No, that was just a nice little takeoff sound. Yeah, it would appear that was a... Okay, who's after us? Who's after us? Oh, it's the rock golem. Okay, a rubble golem, whatever you want to call him. Okay, so was not much crystal there. It also hadn't respawned, which is bad. So I believe our next location is that away. I don't know exactly where it is. I did notice that there were some microraptors in the area when I was up here before, because I came both towards this area and back when visiting the bits out here in the far desert. So you can't quite see the town. It's actually out just around that corner there. I'm just going to land here to get the old stamina back. Don't need you out. So one thing we'll do is we'll definitely keep the metal and the crystal in... Oh wait, crystal 89. Actually, I think it's better to transfer this here. Yeah, 44. So we definitely want the crystal to hang out in the bird. The metal actually should eventually hang out in the bird as well, but you want to take advantage of all the weight reductions you can, especially if you're going to be doing a bunch of traveling around. Now, up here was quite dangerous. Not super dangerous, but it didn't look like it was going to be particularly easy to put an Anki on the ground. And that's sort of the issue here. So I just don't remember where... I didn't actually spot any crystal because it wasn't what I was here for. There's a Utyrannus there. That's why everybody looks like that. Those are very dangerous because when they do their courage roar, the point of it is to make your mount be scared, and then you can't control it. It will just, in this case, fly uncontrollably, and that means it can fly into just about anything. That looks like it might be some crystal. And that also is very much a golem. I think it just opened up. Yeah, there it is. Thanks for throwing that. Should I kite him out of the area or just go for other crystal? That is a pretty crazy looking Tapahara, I have to say. And I hadn't seen him before, so I don't believe... Oh, there's tons of them here. I did not know there were so many of these here. All right. We do need those if we're ever going to consider getting ourselves some wyverns. All right. I'm not... So this is metal, but that's... We could dangle him, but it's basically like dangling food. And these guys would like that food. So I'm going to see if we can maybe draw them off so that then, as you can see, so many Carnotaurs. I mean, you know, they're not neither the smartest nor the best of mounts, but they are enough to be annoying. And I really am concerned about being knocked off of my mount by a Microraptor, because as I said, I actually saw some, not in this exact area, but around here. The big thing would be having to, say, put the Anki down somewhere, and then fight. What was that sound? Well, I'm going to see if I can get him to bash. Oop, there's a bug. We will inspect that in a minute. That may have been something that was killed. Come on, can you get the... Could you bash the... I guess he's not going to. Could you bash that, please? Super not going to. Okay, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop my bird. I'm going to really hope there's nothing else in this area. I would like to actually get on your back. I just don't care about this. I just want to bash until... what is it? F. And then we're just going to dump the stone. I didn't even say how much crystal I was looking for here. I need 480. So we're going to make some greenhouse structures. We are going to do it in the house. So we've already got 300 and something. We'll have no problem picking him up. Well, that's assuming he doesn't get clipped on something. Okay. The big problem right now is that we could reduce the weight a lot. Okay. And I will explain what happened there because I've seen that before. I think we are going to be relatively safe here. So I will land. In fact, we can even fix that problem. Okay. Can I get you guys close together so I can do a direct transfer? It's pretty disturbing. Okay, so boop, 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 boop. We transfer you to you. We have 409, so we are almost all the way there. We are going to bump up your weight because we, as I said, we really don't need a ton more. So what that is something got killed in mid... Oh. I don't want that Carnotaur to... And there's a golem right there too. So what happened here is that there's lots of fun physics that's involved in when you kill a dino, it flops to the ground. However, sometimes it does the calculations wrong and the ragdoll effect doesn't work very well. So this looks like a... I can't even tell you what that was. But there is actually a dead dino there. And if I could grab it with my... or attack it with my bird, it would be able to, we could get rid of it. But I don't really care, and it'll time itself out eventually. I'm just looking for more crystal in the area. And we'll just pick some up because we know that there's more. It's just having to clear out all of our friends who want to play. If I don't see any down here, we'll go back farther up the mountain. There are so many Carnotaurs here. It's amazing. I didn't know there were that many. So it looks like the metal is hanging out farther down the mountain. And what we want is... hey guys, come jump off and try to attack me and my Anki there. Oops, you slipped. Got to work on your jumps there. Okay. Tapahara. I'd like to... It doesn't really matter what his... Okay, so he was just attacked by something. That's why he's sort of... Oh, no, well, they get scared. Never mind, never mind. They get scared a little easily. Okay, so we need a little more. And I'm going to have to go back up here and find another crystal deposit. So those guys right down there are a bit of a problem because they're very fast, hyenas. So I would like this Carnotaur to jump off here because I want a safe place to put this guy. Please don't walk away. And then I want to kill those hyenas because they're too close, because we're going to get that crystal right there, but they can smell from a long way away. Oh, I forgot to also check my stamina, but we're okay for now. I'm just sort of watching. One thing that the bird gets is when he attacks and makes a kill, and then I believe harvests the attack. Sorry, harvests the kill. He gets a stamina buff. So as you can see, my stamina isn't really going down very much, even though when you actually do each one of your attacks, it does drain quite a bit of your stamina. There's some more crystal right there as well. Just getting the stamina up a bit. Stamina will be up very quickly anyway once we land and start working with the Anki. I do not want to waken the golem. Oh, there's a Eutyranus over there. So change of tack. We're going to go get this stuff over here because it's an easier escape. And I need to be able to hop off because I usually hop off to the right, and need to be able to hop off and be able to not fall off the side of the mountain. That's actually a really key thing in this game when you're on any sort of mounted animal, is making sure that you don't, oh, I didn't want to do that. Making sure that you jump off your animal on the right direction. Okay, so let's get rid of this, this. We have more than enough crystal. I think we're done with this wonderful little trip, though I will, for expedience's sake, please make it so I can go. I can do that, and I think weight is going to be the best thing for our bird. And one other thing just for strategy, you probably don't want to do those little level up effects if you're busy, if you are really time constrained or in a dangerous position, because some of them, those animations are like 5, 6, 7, 8 seconds. You can really get hit with that. All right, so I'm gonna look around here for a second. Yeah, I think we're good. Just no microraptors, please. Alrighty. So let's go home. I think the best way is through that little notch in the center there. We will land right here. Actually, where I saw the raptors was right over, microraptors was right over there. But we'll land up here and just get our bearings. So, what have I done in between sessions? Well, if anybody's been looking at my inventory, you'll notice that there's a fabricated pistol and the pump action shotgun. Those are my favorite two of the upgrade weapons to use. I also have a bunch of bullets for the pistol, though this is all I have for the pistol, and a ton of shotgun ammo, and I have more waiting in the fabricator because the shotgun is my favorite weapon to use. I have made also the assault rifle, which is my least favorite of these types of weapons, just because it uses a lot of ammo, and you really need a pretty good constant source of metal for that. And we do have that. We're riding with it right now, the Anki. But I'm not really quite interested in grinding for a ton of metal just yet, simply because I've had other things to grind for. And the other thing I got was a fabricated sniper rifle. That is what I want to use on the bats in the caves. So What I did is I needed to get some things for that. I didn't have enough um, polymer and I didn't have enough cement, so I went out to the desert with our new cat, Garrus, and we basically just spent a load of time, not a load of time, but a lot of time just running around grabbing lots of organic polymer and lots of cementing paste. And I've decided that you get enough organic polymer from the, from, what is it? From the, I wish that bird wasn't so loud. He makes me unable to think. You get enough polymer from the mantises that you don't even need to make polymer, which is good because I still am going to use pretty much all of the cementing paste just to make things. So you make the cementing paste from all of the bugs that you kill, and then you make the and then you just use your organic polymer as your polymer source. So I haven't actually had to make any regular polymer, though I make just a little bit to finish out, I think, the assault rifle. Oh no, I actually used a little bit of it to finish out the chainsaw. And I was, and then I wasn't, and then I was and wasn't to do chainsaw, but eventually I realized it was absolutely the right thing to do because the chainsaw gets two things that I really had a shortage of for the house, and it gets them very efficiently. It gets wood, and it gets the tree sap, the cactus sap. So we did a whole bunch of. It's not as easy to fly into the house anymore, so I'm probably gonna have to cut that in half. So I've had to now sort of walk in from the outside like a plebe. But in any case, we've been able to get all of the cactus sap that we need to make tons of clay, as you can see. In fact, this at one point was full before I'd finished most of what's going on up here. Obviously, we've had to make a bunch of stuff to finish up the parts of our house. Still not done. I actually took a spot down and I need to put back up again. And in fact, we're even going to take a little bit more of it down because we're going to replace it with glass, which is why we need all of our crystal here. So I think I could get 250. Yeah. The rest of it can just stay there. I guess I'll grab the hide and the keratin. So a side effect of getting all of that, all those attacks was tons of hide. So when I mentioned that at some point we're not going to have a shortage of hide, that point is now because of course Garrus is very efficient at harvesting all of that stuff. So we basically ended up getting all the polymer that we needed. We ran the fabricator again. We made our second refrigerator. We made some wires. We got all of the fabricated things. We made a lamp post. I also grabbed a grill. So as I mentioned, I wanted to put the generator up here. It is running. The generator takes damage over time. As you can see there, it's at 777 damage. I thought that maybe covering it would do that, reduce that, but it hasn't. But the repair is really easy. We have metal ingots, we have electronics, so not a big deal. We have a light, we can use it at night, but of course, at night, I mean, we can just turn up the gamma. It's kind of a cheat, but on the other hand, why not? Obviously, we got refrigerators. So we moved pretty much everything into the refrigerator. By the way, the spoil time here for these is still like an eighth the time or something of just leaving these inside of the plots, the crop plots. So really these shouldn't even, these are just here for convenience. They last way longer in the crop plots. Got obviously a few more raptor eggs, got an anklo egg. Transfer that right in now. A little bit of cactus sap as well. Our sheep has been coming along nicely. I've just been putting it into stamina because really the only thing other than harvesting the sheep for meat, which is what will eventually be happening if we ever find another, is you can ride them around and it looks really silly. So might as well just put it all into stamina. So let's get the last bit of crystal. This all can stay in here. I didn't show you the fabricated, or the what is it, industrial grill? Whatever, I forgot what it's called. It's right here. It is the industrial grill. That also runs on gasoline. I haven't used it yet. It's just there, but I can walk in and when you step on these things, you can use it really easily. In fact, when you step on these things, you can hop, oh, ha, you can hop right up here. Not that you need to, but the grill is a really useful thing. That is generally the best used for make cooking lots of mutton, if you want, from your sheep, or you heard nothing. Or lots of prime meat, which, you know, my RG has a little bit of, but I'm really not sort of focusing on prime meat here. Actually, let's put you down and get the crystal in here. And so we need 8 walls and 8 ceilings. And I haven't even planned this out. Okay, clearly I got a lot more crystal than I wanted to, which is fine. No big deal. You'll always you'll always need more. I might even, okay, I hit the wrong button somewhere. It doesn't matter. Let's make 8. Okay, and let's make 8. Okay, where are these going to go? Follow me. So we go upstairs, we go up here. If you think I've designed this a little bit like Hogwarts, that is correct. I have. There's going to be a catwalk right here. I actually destroyed it because I thought I could make a slightly differently shaped one. It didn't go well. I will be putting the other one back. So what we're going to be doing, and we can't even fit in here. We have to crouch. Now we can do. What we're going to do is I'm going to replace these with the glass walls. I'm going to replace these with the ceilings. And then the next side out, or the next step out here, is more glass walls and ceilings above them. And we're going to do these on each side. So in fact, I'm going to need more of these bottom spots as well. And then we're going to have to figure out a way to get over to the other side. Because, I mean, I guess I could put another spiral staircase up here, but, you know, I might want something else just for variety. Let's grab these now. Boom, boom. All right, so, and the good thing about this is that we have so many extra options here, or we have so much extra crystal here, excuse me, that we can do this again if I make a mistake. All right. So one of the, let's not do X, that's a little too low. So one of the fun things about this game is you can replace things in place. Oh, I hit the ceiling. I would like to do this first. I can't see where it's going to go. That is annoying. I think it's because these walls are too thick. I guess I'm going to destroy the wall first. So let's... Okay, it's hot out here. That's fine. Let's destroy the wall, and hopefully everything else will keep it good. 6. Okay. It's probably going to go there, but it's like, is it there? I can't tell. I don't... What the hell? Hey, it was. Just figured, why not just try it? Just try it. All right, same thing here. Boom. Boom. Okay, this is a greenhouse. It's hot. Let's see how much damage I'm taking. Not a whole lot. It's not too bad. Oh, I went up a level. I didn't even notice. I should pay more attention. I think I've been putting it on movement speed. Let's get this out of here. Okay, so it's going to go like that and then up and over, and then these are going to be our areas. Now these are going to be hot, whereas these areas are very cool. Like literally the greenhouse and the adobe are opposites here. The greenhouse will give a greenhouse effect to the plants down here. I believe they're going to get under here a 60% improvement in speed of how long they take to grow as opposed to those out there. But of course I don't have water here. So this is going to kind of be a manually watered thing. So we're going to see how well that's going to go. But you can you can at least see what the idea is. So I'm not going to set it all up, but I will probably cut to later when we actually have the crops growing here. But we can, on the other hand, continue with building the ceiling. So let's go 6, this, and then 7. Come on, this. So that is what this area is going to be. It's just made that area really hot, but who cares? There's tons of other areas in the place which aren't very hot. So not a big deal. In fact, I do like that. It wasn't part of how I was originally going to design this, but you know, no big deal. All right, let's turn this off. 7. All right. So if we're going to make it on this side, it is this, that, and that. So let's see if we can do this. See, it's like, it says I'm focused on the wall. Let's try it. Oops. I did something, and now I only have a few seconds to undo it. Let's get a moth. Well, I tried it that time and it didn't work. Yeah, that's what I thought. Something went up on the outside. And I can take this down. Pick it up. All right. That is not the way to do it. Don't do it that way. But we can do it here. So 6. Yeah, we really can't tell. I'm going to have to destroy it. So let's undo 6. E. Demolish. And then we'll just put the wall here. And we'll just demolish this as well. Okay, I have to undo that. That's a little annoying that I have to deselect, demolish, and then reselect. 6. This is why you should have moths. See, it's not clear to me. See, I think I put this one on the inside because there's so many snap points for these. I'm going to pick this up. I'm not going to have time. Damn it. That's too bad. Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter. These two are snapped together, so they're fine. Let's get rid of this. You see how this is inset? Let's just take a look at the other side here. I bet it's not inset. Yeah, it isn't. See, it's sealed with the outside. Does that matter long term? Not really. But it will cut off very slightly the amount of space we can use up there. But seeing as we're going to use large crop plots, I don't think it's going to matter. Okay, I need my moth because he's going to be basically a stair step upstairs. Let's go 7. So we can at least see it here. That did not, oh jeez, okay, that did not work the way I wanted it to as well. You'll notice, as with everything else, that there's more than one layer here. There's actually a difference in thickness in these locations. This is just, yeah, oh, ouch. And I can't get to the top, so I've got to use another moth. This is the fun part about building. And then when you get so bad at it that you have to do this again. Okay, I'm going to actually replace that, so I probably shouldn't stand on it. When you get so bad at this that you actually have to start. Seriously? There we go. Yeah. Okay, fine, whatever. It's going to merge into there. All right, so we're going to demolish the ceiling. Because we clipped this to a slightly different location, it means that the window, this ceiling tile here clipped itself to a slightly different location. See how much lower it looks? I want to go onto the other side and see. It is lower, that's just the way it is. Okay. Demolish and put that in. Okay. Now we can just build up 1, 2, and then hopefully get these from over here. That's really hard to see the angle, but I think I got it. Well, I guess I can do it like that. Okay. And then the rest of this is going to be Adobe. So let's get you to follow me, or you. Why are you both doing this? following. Okay, perfect. Please extract yourself from your prison. All right, that is good. And we'll take them back down here. All right, always starving, always starving. All right, so you're here. Oops, I meant to land you, but I landed neither of them. Let's arrange these guys again so they can get there. Okay, you're still flying. Okay, at least I didn't end up jumping on the Rex, which I've done many, many times. Problem with him being big is that he's easy to accidentally hit. Okay, so this has kind of been the point of what I've been grinding for, is to get the housewares in good shape, like these guys are. We have a little more storage here. We've already filled up the bookshelf, so I need another one. And to get an internal greenhouse, which is a decision I only just made earlier today. It's really not something I was planning on, but in reading about the effects of how the greenhouse windows work, I figured, what the heck, why not move it in here? I'll probably leave the one out there because it's automatically watered, because these are going to be manual water, and that's going to be super fun. But on the other hand, there should be some nice shadows in the house as the sun goes by. So for now, I'm going to leave it. We're going to put the catwalk back here, even though we can always jump across, and I may leave it this way, who knows. And then we'll go up there, and then we'll decide how to get up to the ones that are going to be set up right here. I don't know. We'll find out. In any case, this has been almost finished here. I will get the roof finished. I'll put the crop plots in, and we'll see you in the next one. Enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome back. We have the exterior of the house and most of the interior of it done. So this is generally what it looks like here. No, it's not meant to be symmetrical on the bottom, though it's somewhat regular on the top. Just take a moth up to have a look at it from the top. So we have a bit of a greenhouse on the top. I decided to alternate the final little detail there. You may notice after the end of the last bit that I recorded, I put the wrong glass up top, and then I destroyed it, and then I made it again, and then I did it wrong again, and then I made 2 extra glass panes vertically because I hadn't destroyed all the vertical glass. And I ended up with just enough after destroying the other glass to recover to make these last 4 at the top, which I wanted. This is actually the design I wanted at the top. I just ended up with barely enough left, so there we go. I do want to paint it at some point, but not right now. But this is the final shape, at least. I did want those bits on the bottom, which are nice and diagonal. I wanted those at the top, but they would not stick in any way. It just decided that it didn't like putting them over this angle at that, in that, I guess, vertical the other way. So I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. But in any case, the game didn't like it, so I didn't include it. So we just sort of changed it a little bit. But I did get the little, at least, bit sticking out the top, which is nice. So let's go inside and have a look. Inside is no different at the bottom. Everything is just the same. Our guys have been busily making more wonderful fertilizer for us, which is nice, and we'll see why in just a second. He doesn't get any more levels. So we've got our generator up here. We can add more things that run from the generator, like the chemistry bench, up on the next level if we need to. But if you want to see what it looks like from inside, so these are all of the locations where you have to get from one spot to another. So there's a bunch of different things. They don't link together. I like that they don't link together. It's kind of fun. So we'll go up here. This level is just unused at this point. I mean, we've got lots of space to spare. If we want to get over to the other side, you have to jump. I did have a ramp here, or a catwalk or whatever over here, but I kind of didn't like the shape, so I decided not to use it anymore. Now, to get up to the plants growing on this side, you can just go up here. Notice something, that we have a full 300% greenhouse effect. That is the maximum. I thought we would only get the effect for these bits here, but apparently it detects the whole house as a greenhouse. So, and because we have tons of windows in here, we're well over the limit, and it's sealed even though you can see a crack there. It didn't line up perfectly. I could not care less about that. In any case, these are irrigated because I put water in there, so I'm going to have to remember to put water in here every now and then, but it's going down so slowly that I'm really not too worried about it. They're already growing quick into the middling stage, and they will be far outstripping those ones out there very soon because of this 300%. Now, in order to get to the other side, we get to not hit our head and jump. You can fall, it's not that far, but you probably don't want to. And here are other two crops. So we have all four of the quality crops growing here for whenever we need them. We don't need them too often, but hey, they're all here, so it's all great. Not sure if they're going to grow through the roof, but it doesn't really matter because it doesn't care about that. I suppose at some point I could upgrade to something that is actually watered, but I kind of don't like the way that the pipes look when you run them around everywhere, so I kind of avoid the pipes a bunch. And, the roof looks pretty nice from up here. I do like how this turned out. I'm very happy with it. You can just jump over here and hit your head and get beyond to the other side, and we can get around here. Oh, I missed. No big deal. And we can get up here. I repositioned our Rex here so that we can see outside much easier. But we can see all of our... The only thing I don't like, I guess, is it would have been nice to maybe have been a little farther out to the edge there. But it doesn't really matter too much. And we can hop on here and on here if we well, okay, if I could jump straight to get up here. And then we can actually hop here and get back up here as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of sort of hopping around and whatever. And if you miss, you don't fall too far. I have fallen off the roof many times building this. And I think from the very top, it takes about a third of my health away. So I would recommend not doing that. But there's a nice view from here as well. And there are also nice views of the valley over here. The nice thing is, which was not at all planned, even including this one here, is that from the center, and that's actually the important thing that dropped there, when you are here, you can see a lot of the drops, actually, the columns from the drops here. So you get fairly decent coverage right from the center. So can't really complain too much. Here, have some food. So this has been pretty good. Sheep's been getting a bunch of levels, so we've got some good stamina on there. I don't want to ride it right now because I think I'll hit my head. I guess we can hop around. Let's see. How far up here could a sheep get if I wanted to prance up here in a sheep? I don't think the sheep's going to make that jump. But, oh, and we're almost out of stamina too. Yeah, I'm telling you, sheep just aren't really the greatest animals in this game. Let's see. Can I jump? Oh, I can. Hey, the sheep can jump pretty well. All right, well, I guess I have a decent way to get around. Oh, now he's out of stamina. What a shame. So maybe the sheep isn't really a great way to get around in here after all. As it turns out, as I mentioned, the moth makes it through the doors, and you can use the moth to get to the top, which I did while designing it. But, there's lots more that can happen. So lots more design that can go in here. Let's see. And the sheep doesn't really take much damage there. Actually had the sheep under here for protection just in case something came through, but now that we're sort of covered, we should be okay now. So if something attacks the house, the adobe, it has reasonable health, but the glass really doesn't. And in fact, if you had, I think, any sort of firearm, like if you were in PvE or PvP, excuse me, you can just blast the glass away. It's very fragile, as you might expect. So that's it. I do want to paint the house, but that's going to be a while later. I think the next things I want to do in the game is now that I know that Garrus fits in the cave, because it's one of the things I did between episodes before, is I took Garrus all over the map. Not over tons of it, but over, let's see if I can bring the map up here, over a lot of this valley area. So scrolling all the way through sort of the central areas where those water parts are, I cleared all of those out with Garrus. He can pretty much take on all of the um, carnivores in there with no problem. The only thing he'd probably have trouble with is multiple pigs, but he took out 2 pigs at the same time pretty well. And I think the lowest I got his health down was about 1500, which is quite a bit. But in any case, he's been doing very well. So I think a couple of them, like 3 or 4, in the caves would be good, though the problem with the caves is always falling, because they'll want to get around and attack whatever's attacking me. But he's definitely the best way to go. There were higher level ones that I found behind that area, those columns there. On the back side there was like a level 112, which I think I would like to get. I'll be getting those off camera because it's not too exciting just to sort of do the same thing over and over. And then maybe we'll take on the cave next time, so we'll see. In any case, house is done. I like the way it came out. I've never done a design like this before. I've never really built with triangles except for one little experiment. And I kind of like the way the design came out on this, even though some weird things happened at the top, which I didn't calculate properly at first, until I redid it. In any case, this has been fun. We have tons of space in here. There's more things to do. I just don't know what we're going to do in the house next. But we should probably check out the caves because that's going to be fun. So, until next time, everybody take care and have fun.